I don't know if someone screwed up or what, but for the right side, this was 9 mil, that was 10 mil. This is for rear, this is for the front brake pads. And I just swapped these two right here, because on the left side this was 10 mil and this was 9 mil. So now I have them the same, the 9 mils for the rear brakes and the 10 mil for the front brakes. I don't know which one was swapped or why, but I want them to be the same. Maybe it was done intentionally for some reason, I don't know. This is just how I want it, and that's what I just did. So now let's go to the, what do you call, the tripod, and I'm going to start pouring some fluids. Obviously open it, and I'm just opening the container. I should probably use a little bit of funnel, small one, but let's see. All right, that's good. Full, make this one full. I also repositioned the light for better video, but it's harder for me to see. All right, it is what it is. Now let's bleed the front and the back at the same time. Let's loosen this. I'm doing the right side first. Fluid level is not going down very much, but I am keeping my eye on it. That's enough for this side. Add some more fluid. Now I'm going to do the left side, still the front. So I'm putting my finger on the bleeder valve so it doesn't suck the air back in. I could tighten it every time, but I don't think I need to right now. I'm just letting all the air out. I actually thought this would be a lot harder than it is so far. I thought I was going to need 4 hands and 3 feet. All right. I don't see any more air coming out from here. Now I'm going to do the rear. Add more fluid. Rear one's behaving more like a car brake, where I'm pressing the brake, then releasing it. It's not as easy as the front ones. Oh, I know why. Because the front one, gravity was feeding the fluid here, and over here I have to work against the gravity because the fluid has to go up and then back down. That's why I have to pressurize the brake. That makes sense. Very strange. I don't get the warm and fuzzy feeling for the rear. Once again, adding more fluid. My floor is going to be a mess, and I don't care. Let me do the other side. Same thing. I'm pressurizing the system, then letting the air out. And I can definitely see the air coming out. I think that's it. I might actually be done. Once again, adding more fluids. Top one is fine. I thought I was going to use whole container full of worth of fluid. I think I used only this much. I don't know if you can see it. It's like third, maybe a quarter. I'm going to do this side again for the rear. I don't see any more air coming out. This time it feels a lot more firm, and I think because the other side is bled too. All right, I'm going to consider the rear brake for the right side done. I'm going to try this one more time. Again, the whole idea is getting all the air out. Pressurize the system, release the fluid. So here's what I'm doing in case you don't know what to do. Pressurizing the system, release the fluid slowly, then tighten the valve so air doesn't go back in, then release the pad. the brake. All right, I'm confident the rear one's done. Rear fluid is topped off. Now I'm going to bleed the font a little bit more. The brake is very soft. I don't know why. All right, now it's tight again. My guess is the piston is just extended now. I'm following the same rule. Pressurizing the brake line, releasing the pressure, closing the valve, releasing the brake handle, brake lever. Right side is done. I know this video is going to be long, but I want to show the whole process. Left side is done as well. I want this reservoir as flat as possible when I put everything back together. All right, that's pretty much it for bleeding the brakes. Just bleeding took 15 minutes, and I think I'm going to make this into a separate video because it just took too long. All right, let me put it back together and take it for a test drive. Just came back from the test drive and the brakes worked very well. I had to cure it first. It wasn't working at all when I first took off. Then I heated up the rotors and the pad. Then I let it cool properly, and then it started working very well. And so it was the brake calipers, and rebuilding it made a really big difference. I also fixed the light. I didn't mention anything about that. That's not a big deal, but this was all about the brakes, and I am very happy with the result. And like I said, it cost me about $82 for the 2 sets. It worked well. I may rebuild the rear one. I don't have any problem with it. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. But yeah, the front one was giving me trouble. My brake lever was really hard, and it wouldn't have any grip on it, meaning it wouldn't start. I mean, it wouldn't stop very well. Still worked, but the brake lever was very, very stiff. I didn't know if it was the master cylinder or the brake calipers. So I started with the brake calipers, and that was it. That fixed the problem, and I am very happy. So this is the end for that video. I like this thing. Where's the signal light? There we go. That's how that works. All right, that's the end.